I'm back here in LA. I'm at the compound. I got a new apartment. I guess most of the show I'm going to be inside filming. Part of the reason that is the camera I'm on. Obviously, I can't show the camera. I'm using the camera, but yeah, it looks like something like this. The battery's gone and it costs a lot. Actually, I went downtown to the John Hancock building. It was $100 just for the little battery. I found something online that's cheaper though, so I'll probably end up getting that so I could go outside. I talk about stuff like that. That's part of the show too, even making the show, or the fact that you know, I mean, the whole thing didn't. It was like $250 or something for the camera. The battery cost $100. You know, if you want to get it from the store. Planning out a show is a big deal. Overall, I made kind of like a blueprint. There's just some different mechanisms for making the show. Part of the show doesn't really involve stories, but going through different things, like maybe some news stuff and talking about new things in entertainment. Eventually, as you see, it'll build up different stories, maybe even like a main one. I decided what we're going to start with is a preview from the new Star Wars movie.
There has been an awakening. Have you felt it? And the light.
That looks like a really cool movie. I'll talk more about that as time goes on. One thing that I realized is that Star Wars has been continued after the initial 3 movies in a lot more ways than we thought. I'm talking besides the prequels that came out. I realized after such a long time, all this stuff is not just like they're talking about here. I realized with the Family Guy Star Wars, it's not really just a parody or continuing of it. I think it is an actual real continuation of Star Wars at this point. Let's play this clip. I'll probably put this clip in for real later.
Any attack made by the rebels against this station would be a useless gesture, no matter what technical data they've obtained. This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
That is fantastic. Terrific work. So no weaknesses at all, huh?
No.
You hesitated there. Is there something I should know?
No, it's virtually indestructible, like 99.99%.
Okay. Wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask what's the .01.
Well, I mean, there's this little hole. It was kind of an aesthetic choice by the architect, and if you shoot a laser into this hole, the station blows up.
Whoa. That sounds like a pretty big design flaw there.
No. The hole's only 2 meters across.
Well, that's no bigger than a womp rat.
Exactly. And even to get within range of it, you have to skim along this whole trench. It's not a big deal.
But I mean, can't we board it up or, put some plywood over it or something?
Well, that would look terrible. I mean, we got to think about...
Star Wars also been continued in the video game realm.
Dark side, but only some of these adventures to a
You're looking
galaxy
at
far,
that.
far away have been strong with the Force. Make the jump to watchmojo.com as we count down the top 10.
They were talking about episode 4
Red 5 standing by.
action or something like this. I'll be showing a bunch of games in here and playing them. And also we'll probably be doing some programming. Another place has been continued is in that 70s show.
Now remember, the Jedi is his own master. His own master. His own master.
I think when this first came out, it seemed like it was a parody, you know, of what had gone on. Now as I look back, I realize it is a real continuation. Mostly in the idea that this main character took all these, you know, ideas, you know, especially of Luke in the original trilogy, and how he lived, and using it for his own life. It's kind of what I've done in a more subtle way in my becoming a Jedi. So I guess we've shown a lot about Star Wars. One of the things I'm noticing, it's a lot cooler when I start putting those clips in, like, you know, like previews and video games and stuff. So I'm going to try to work that in more and working more the story, you know, working on the process of what it means to make a show, is even while, you know, making it live while it's happening and hitting, you know, what's the main point. Like right now, if I'm talking about Star Wars, I'm like interested in you know, Barack and that campaign and getting to the point of that and moving from there in the flow. Eventually I want not talking about the process of doing this while I'm doing it. So let's see, the Barack, Chicago and Star Wars. Let me see if I can show something there. In terms of Star Wars in Chicago, I got a lot of different memories. One of the main ones, the prequels came out to see it at McClure Court. This is actually River East 21, but it's right around where that theater used to be. That's a pretty cool movie. I think that was the no, not the when they put out the original trilogy again and they did the new versions. Get that right. So sometimes a Jedi needs to revise some of his history while it's going. Okay, that's probably it for most of this part of the episode. Tune in again for part 3. Let's take a look at the original preview for one of those movies that they put back out again.
Luke Skywalker and Han Solo rescued the princess, destroyed the Death Star, but their story didn't end there. Now, the creators of the biggest smash hit of all time bring you the next episode in the Star Wars saga, The Empire Strikes Back. The continuing story of our band of heroes: Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Han Solo, C-3PO, R2-D2, and Chewbacca. And introducing Lando Calrissian. It's an epic of romance, of heroes and villains, they cross trackless voids to unknown worlds. A galactic galactic odyssey against oppression.